Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be making a super easy fried rice, but super flavorful fried rice with chicken. And this recipe can easily be vegan friendly. Just omit the chicken and the eggs and it would be vegan friendly. All right, so let's get right into it. First you'll need a white onion, green bell pepper, green onions, some eggs, carrots, and meat of your choice. This is leftover chicken that we had that I'll be using, but you can easily substitute for chicken, beef, or pork, or shrimp. So we also have bean sprouts. These are canned. I prefer fresh, but I didn't have any on handy, so we're using canned today. So let's get to chopping up those veggies. All right, so now I have my pan that has been heating on a medium-high heat. I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of vegetable oil, and we'll go ahead and saute our onions. And when cooking your vegetables, you want to make sure that you are seasoning them. I think this is a very important step to having a good flavorful fried rice. I'm just using a steak seasoning. This one is a little bit on the spicier side, but again, I'm cooking this for my boys and they like spicier foods. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of soy sauce for a little bit of added flavor and also for color. And so we're just going to cook our onions for about 3 to 4 minutes. And as you can see, I did miss a couple of those onions, so I'm actually just trying to chop those down so they're just a little bit, smaller pieces. But again, you're going to go ahead and cook your onions for about 3 to 4 minutes. You don't want to cook them where they're too soft. You want them to still have a little bit of crunch to them. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and take those out and set them to the side. And now that our pan is clear, we're going to go ahead and move on to our green bell peppers. I'm just going to add a little bit more oil, and notice I did not clean my pan out. We want to keep all of that flavor from those sauteed onions, and we're just going to build flavors here. So we're going to add in the bell pepper, and I'm also going to be adding in our chopped carrots as well. And quick tip, if you have a cutting board like I have with a little hole at the end, use that to scoop your veggies into your pan. That way your veggies are not rolling or flying all off of the cutting board. So since we added our veggies, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go back in with my seasoning, and I'm going to season my veggies with my steak seasoning and also just a little bit of that soy sauce. We're going to go ahead and saute these up for about 5 to 7 minutes. Again, we want just a little bit of crunch. We don't want them too soggy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a lid on these and let those saute for about 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so our green pepper and carrots are done. We're going to go ahead and remove those from the pan and set those to the side. All right, so moving on to our eggs. I have added just a little bit more oil into our pan. Again, we're not going to clean out our pan. We're going to keep all of that flavor that we have going on, and we're going to roll it on over into our scrambled eggs. So we'll go ahead and let these cook for a minute. I am going to be adding just a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper to them. I'm not going to add any salt or soy sauce or anything like that because we have enough of those seasonings that have been cooking and or down at the bottom of the pan, and you'll actually see when I start to break them up and flip them over, you'll see that brown. Those, it's not burnt, it's just all the seasonings been building up over the course of us making all of our vegetables. So all of that flavor is going to go into the egg, and that's what makes this fried rice so good, because we are just building flavor on top of flavor, and it really just comes together all at the end. So now we have our eggs done. We're going to go ahead and set those to the side along with our onions, carrots, and green bell peppers. And you guys, we are almost done. It is now time to crank up the heat. We're going to put it on our pan on a high heat. We're going to add in about a tablespoon or so of oil, and we are going to add in our rice. Now for my rice, I'm actually using just a regular store-bought long grain brown rice. The brown rice is my rice of choice. I also like using a basmati rice as well, but for this time we had just regular brown rice on hand, so that is what we're using today. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add in our chicken at this point so we can go ahead and get everything heated up. I'm going to add in just a little bit more soy sauce, about a tablespoon or so, and I'm using that much because I am going to be adding additional rice to the pan. And now I'm just going to be mixing the rice and chicken together. I'm going to try to keep the rice and chicken moving around, because at this point our pan is hot. So if it sits too long, it will start to burn. So now that my rice and chicken is well incorporated, I'm going to go ahead and add in my veggies and eggs. So guys, I did want to mention that I do have a previous video on where I made homemade egg rolls, and they are the perfect side dish to this fried rice. So I will be sure to link that down in the description box below. So be sure to check that out as well. All right, so now it's time to add in those bean sprouts. I'm only going to be adding about close to half of the bean sprouts, because I'm actually going to be saving the other half for myself, because of course I don't eat meat, so I'm going to make myself some veggie fried rice. So we'll go ahead and add those bean sprouts in, and the reason I'm adding those in at the end is because we want them to still have a little bit of crunch. We don't want to cook them down so much. We're adding in our green onions, and hey y'all, we made it. This is it. This is it. This rice is so good. From what the boys tell me, they absolutely love it. I love making it for them, and I hope that you all have enjoyed watching me cook this fried rice for you, and it inspires you to make your own fried rice at home. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please thumbs up this video and subscribe, and be sure to check out my new blog over at themomslounge.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.